You tell yourself this will be the last trade for today. The setup is not perfect, but it looks reasonable. You feel restless, slightly uneasy, as if doing nothing is somehow wrong. So you click. Minutes later, you are in another trade, then another. By the end of the session, you barely remember why you entered most of them. Your account balance has changed, but not in the way you hoped. This is how overtrading destroys accounts. Not through one catastrophic mistake, but through a long sequence of small, seemingly harmless decisions. Overtrading is dangerous precisely because it rarely feels dangerous. Each individual trade appears manageable. The risk per trade seems small. The logic sounds reasonable, but the cumulative effect is devastating. To understand why overtrading happens, we must first understand what trading actually demands from the human mind. Trading is not a constant activity. It is a waiting activity interrupted by brief moments of decision. Professional traders spend most of their time observing, not acting. This creates a mismatch between human psychology and market reality. Humans are not comfortable with prolonged uncertainty. When nothing happens, the mind searches for stimulation. In trading, the charts are always moving, offering endless opportunities to interpret noise as meaningful information. The trader begins to feel that something must be done. This discomfort is subtle but powerful. It does not announce itself as anxiety. It feels more like restlessness, impatience, or the vague sense that time is being wasted. Ironically, this discomfort often appears strongest when the trader has no edge. Early in development, activity feels like progress. Taking trades provides feedback, excitement, and the illusion of productivity. Watching passively feels like stagnation. But trading rewards selectivity, not effort. Consider how a casino operates. It does not need to play every game constantly. It simply offers games continuously and waits for players. Its advantage comes from probability applied repeatedly over time. Professional traders operate similarly. They wait for situations where probability favors them and ignore everything else. Overtraders do the opposite. They participate continuously, regardless of whether conditions are favorable. This converts trading from a probability-based activity into a random one. Another major driver is the desire for control. Financial markets are inherently uncertain. Outcomes cannot be guaranteed. For many individuals, this lack of control is deeply uncomfortable. Entering a trade creates the illusion of influence. You feel engaged with the process rather than subject to it. Even a losing trade can feel preferable to passivity, because at least you are doing something. This is why activity often increases. The trader attempts to regain a sense of control through increased activity. Unfortunately, control in trading comes from discipline. Losses amplify the problem further. After a losing trade, the account balance becomes a psychological reference point. The trader feels compelled to restore it quickly, as if the loss represents an imbalance that must be corrected. This urgency leads to recovery trading, which is almost always lower quality. Criteria are relaxed, risk tolerance expands, emotional involvement increases. Each additional trade promises resolution. Instead, it deepens the problem. Overtrading also interacts with cognitive fatigue. Decision-making under risk consumes mental energy. Concentration declines. Later trades often deviate from the plan, not by intent, but because self-control resources are depleted. This is similar to physical fatigue. Just as muscles weaken after prolonged exertion, mental discipline weakens after sustained decision-making. Professional environments account for this. Institutional traders operate within defined hours and frameworks. Independent traders often operate without boundaries. There is also a deceptive reinforcement loop. Occasionally, impulsive trades produce profits. These wins are remembered more vividly. The trader concludes that staying active can pay off. What is overlooked is the invisible cost, the losses that shouldn't have occurred. Over time, the account drifts downward despite moments of success. This creates confusion because effort is increasing while results deteriorate. Many traders respond by working harder or analyzing more indicators. But the problem is not analytical, it is behavioral. No strategy can succeed if applied indiscriminately. Another subtle consequence of overtrading is emotional volatility. Each open position introduces uncertainty. Multiple positions multiply that uncertainty, creating continuous stress. Perception narrows. The trader becomes focused on immediate price movement rather than overall context. This increases the likelihood of impulsive decisions. Eventually, frustration emerges. The trader feels trapped in a cycle of effort without progress. Confidence declines. Self-doubt increases. Ironically, this emotional state often leads to even more trading as the individual attempts to escape the discomfort. Professional traders break this. They define not only how to trade, but when not to trade. Some limit themselves to a fixed number of trades per day. These rules reduce reliance on moment-to-moment judgment, which is highly vulnerable to emotional influence. Another shift involves productivity. In most professions, visible activity correlates with progress. In trading, visible activity often correlates with risk. Doing nothing can be profitable. This idea is counterintuitive, which is why overtrading persists even among intelligent individuals. The ability to tolerate inactivity is a skill. It requires confidence in the process and acceptance that opportunities are irregular. When this skill develops, everything changes. Wait for trades. Instead of searching for trades, they wait for trades to come to them. The platform becomes a tool, not a source of stimulation. Capital preservation. Profit becomes a secondary outcome. Overtrading kills accounts quietly because it erodes both financial and psychological resources. Small losses accumulate. Confidence weakens. Decision quality declines. By the time damage is obvious, it has often been occurring for weeks or months. Not incompetence. Understand that it is not a sign of incompetence. It is a predictable response to uncertainty combined with unrestricted access to action. Solution? Discipline. The solution is not more analysis. It is structural discipline. Limit exposure. Define conditions clearly. Accept market activity irrelevance. Accept that most market activity is irrelevant to your strategy. Learn to sit comfortably with uncertainty. Markets provide more opportunities. Capital is finite. Your capital and emotional stability are finite resources that must be protected. Successful trading is about how selectively you act. Stay focused. If this perspective helped you, consider subscribing to Mindful Trader Lab for structured guidance on psychology, discipline, and professional mindset development. Support the channel by liking this video and sharing it with other traders working to build consistency and emotional control in the markets. Thank you. Your support helps this educational content reach more individuals who are serious about improving their strategy and performance. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching and for investing your time in becoming a more disciplined and self-aware trader. See you in the next video. Stay selective.